It was this first album that caught the attention of the members of stonerrock.com and hellridemusic.com, two online heavy music forums made up of bands and fans that proved to be the best promotional tools Ogre could have asked for.
And on the Stoner Rock mailing list, which was like the precursor to stonerrock.com, it was a way smaller community. I joined that, and guys who are now over in place of Skulls, who are like, Jonah from Milligram, and then people over in Europe, Walter who runs Roadburn, all these people from all over the place joined it, but it was such a small community that, it really was, there weren't a lot of outlets for this music there, so everyone was pretty supportive. So when we recorded our demo, people were just asking for it, and it started, the cassette, the original cassette it was on, and it started passing, the word spread throughout this small group, and then once that whole stoner scene, or whatever you want to call it, started expanding, and the internet expanded, it just kind of grew from there.
Ogre's constant battle for attention and gigs in their own hometown, dealing with new metal's growing popularity, the arrival of new babies for Ross and Ed, and the heartache of not being booked for the Swamp Witch Revival reunion, all seemed like setbacks to Ogre, and spirits were low at times. But suddenly the rest of the underground hard rock and metal world was hungry for what Ogre had to offer, and their luck was taking a turn for the better. Ogre was given the opportunity to play several festivals centered around the doom and stoner rock genres, including Doomer Be Doomed in Baltimore and the Sweetleaf Festival in Lowell, Massachusetts, enabling the band to embark on several small tours and extended road trips, all of which received high praise and positive reviews on both Stoner Rock and Hellride. It was through these forums and the band's page on MySpace.com that Japanese doom metal label Leaf Hound Records, headed by Chireno Kobayashi, decided to release the band's second full-length album, Seven Hells. Chireno shared the band's love of 70s rock and doom metal, and it seemed to be a perfect match.
There was also another thing to mention, that there was a string of Ogre shows that somehow happened all around my birthday for a number of years.
So Skinny Dave's birthday, and him getting super hammered and yelling at them to tell him what the robot's name was. The Colossus, what's his name? And over again until Ed finally was like, his name is Bob.
I like cool obscure rock and roll.
Yeah.
It was really cool. It was comfortable. They had like
heavy rock
shit, and like
punk.
I was the only one. I was like cheering every time they played live music.
There are a lot of terrible bands in Portland right now, I think anyway, and I think Ogre is one of the sincerest bands that I've seen. I always have a great time at their shows. I think musicianship-wise, they're amazing, and they're always fun. They hold true to their craft. They embody real rock and roll, which is something people try to do, but they really do it.
I've lost every copy of every Ogre album I have to kitchen grease.
The guys got some local love when asked to record a 1-minute original song for the Entertainment Experiment's Short Songs from Longfellow's compilation 7-inch.
Ogre came into our recording studio, and they recorded the 1-minute track, The Centurion. I remember hearing it and thinking, that's fucking classic. That's absolute glory. They behold something so, like they say on their MySpace page, vintage. They have a very vintage sound. They hold it down, they're very heavy.
So besides, having the awesome opportunity to see that band live as many times as I have, which is nothing compared to certain other people in the city and fans that have been seeing them for years and years longer than I have, is a thing called bookends, which is I'm on one side of the stage and Peri's on the other side. We hold down the front row, bookends like that. There's no show to be that. I always see Ogre with Peri, and Peri's a little bit of my muse and my inspiration. God, they all know how to rock so hard. It's overwhelming. Fucking Ogre for life.
Seven Hells sold out of its first print run within months and brought positive reviews in magazines such as Terrorizer, Classic Rock Magazine, and Unrestrained, as well as online sites around the world. Leaf Hound Records treated Ogre well, sending royalties, unheard of in underground rock, and they financed Ogre's third and final recording in 2008. Plague of the Planet was written as a 37-minute concept album, recorded by Acadia Studios in Portland, Maine, tying up all the loose ends and lyrical themes and storylines stemming from the original demo.